Good evening everyone and welcome to the Invictus Racing League, the Realistic Performance League. I am one of two commentators for tonight, Malc. With me as always is Tim. How you doing, mate? You alright?
How you doing, Malc? I'm really excited to be here. What would normally be an off week for us is now a week that we're using to make up the Belgian Grand Prix, the race that unfortunately we were not able to run just a few weeks ago. But hey, you know, better late than never.
Absolutely, absolutely. Like I said, it is the rerun of the Belgian Grand Prix. If you're not sure what happened, we did had about half the race, didn't we, before, Tim? But unfortunately, due to technical difficulties, we will had to cancel it until during the week break that we have for Invictus Racing League, as we always do on there. But we can't wait for this tonight. So some of the drivers are slowly coming in now to get themselves ready, but with the Belgian Grand Prix at the Spa-Francorchamps here as well, and with the situation at the standings here, so with the standings here, with Schofield in the lead with 94 points, Samu's in second with 86 points, Luke Bailey's in third with 79 points, Nigel Gash is in fourth with 71 points, Stevens in fifth with 69 points. I'm just going to mention about the top five because that's the group that we're going to have to look at in a moment or two. But obviously, Samu, 2 wins on the bounce after Germany and Brazil. Do you think he'll get the third race win of the season here, Tim? Samu?
I think it's going to be difficult for him considering that, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, that he is in the Williams this week. But Samu has shown a lot of speed here recently, and it's basically like someone has lit a fire under his rear end because he is catching scope and catching scope quick.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think with Scope having, he had really unlucky times with the last 2 races here at the German and the Brazilian Grand Prix as well. But let's hope he can try and get that away in the Belgian Grand Prix and try and complete, try and get that extended, or try and get away from Samu as much as possible here. So, good evening to everyone that's joined the session. I hope you're going to be enjoying the Belgian Grand Prix on this at the Invictus Racing League. We are going to be starting in a moment or two. It looks like we're about to start now. We're just waiting for someone to start up, but we will start up in a moment or two. But what's your thoughts of the Spa-Francorchamps, Tim?
Well, obviously, Eau Rouge is the one that stands out. You know, it's arguably the most famous part of the course, so I love it. The problem is that if you don't get the angle just right, it's really hard to take it flat out, and unfortunately, every time I've tried, it's just, it's always been the biggest issue for me. Yeah,
I think there's some parts of the track here, especially at Eau Rouge as well. If you don't get that right, you can easily hit the sidewall as well, and also, especially with some of the corners swerve like the hairpin and everything like that as well, you need to make sure you're on top form here because I don't know if you remember some of the classic races at Spa, like in the real life F1, where in 1998, where they talked about like David Coulthard and Michael Schumacher's situation in the heavy rain, where the Jordan getting to the top, I think it was the top 2 as well. So that was a great race to remember as well, and there was all that carnage as well that some people will need to remember as well. So we're looking at some of the drivers to start up here. It looks like it's going to be an overcast here, but do you reckon there'll be rain here tonight, Tim?
I was actually about to ask you the same question, Malc. As soon as we got here, it just looked like it was really foggy and cloudy and maybe rainy. It's not rainy right now, but it looks like it could bring some weather. And just imagine rain at Spa and just the kind of carnage, chaos, intense battles that we would see from that.
Absolutely, and I can't wait for it as well because we're on the edge of our seat to find out who will be the king at the Belgian Grand Prix as well. But we also got a newcomer in the Invictus Racing League, the Realistic Performance League, of Cryptox Plus. So I wish him all the very best of luck throughout the remainder of the season. So he's got 7 races to get some decent points as well. So I think he'll do all right, to be fair. It just all depends on how the others can try and capitalise as well. Let's see if Jos, pardon me. So Jos is coming up to Eau Rouge now. So we're going to try and do the qualifying lap as well. So is there any drivers out there, Tim, that you'll be watching out for the most, or your top 3 to watch out for?
Well, I'm going to take a look at Samu Papito, definitely. As I said, he's getting really fast. And I'm also going to take this time to correct myself. He's actually in the Alfa Romeo along with Scott Bunger. Now, Scott Bunger, formerly known as Boy Better Know, when we ran Belgium earlier in the season, he actually started on the pole and dominated most of the race before, unfortunately we had some issues to where we had to call the race off and then postpone it until today. So Scott Bunger, he's in a different car today. He was in the Toro Rosso at that time. Now he's in the Toro Rosso. He was in the Toro Rosso at that time. Now he's in the Alfa Romeo, excuse me. But nonetheless, I'm going to be looking for him as well in this qualifying session to see if maybe he can have a little bit of a repeat to what he had earlier in the season.
Yeah, absolutely, and you just never know what to expect back here. So, Roy Boy has just joined here as well. Hopefully he'll try and get into his car during the race itself. Good, it's Icebreaker. How you doing, right, mate? You alright? He's going for Cryptox. Go Cryptox. Pray for the Honda guys. The ERS is absolute rubbish in there. So let's see how Jos can do here through the qualifying lap of the Spa-Francorchamps champs at the Belgian Grand Prix. So we come up to the start finishing line straight now. This will be the DRS straight part here now. But then we come up to, which is the La Source corner at turn 1 here. And then feel like it down the straight in. As well, this is the part where I said about the 1998 situation when it was heavy rain as well. Roy Boy has unfortunately left the session, so we go up through Eau Rouge and Radillon as well, passing to turn 4. This is the part where we go at the Camel straight now at turn come up to turn 5, which is near the end of the first sector. So let's see what he would have done as well. So yellow flag set to 3. Come up to which is turn 6. Past that was Les Coombs there, Malmedy at turn 7 here, and then we come up to Rivage now. Right, we have been told that we will be restarting because I think some of the drivers cannot get back into their cars. So we will be doing the restart here, guys. So I would have liked to see what. To be fair though, while the admins are going to set themselves up here, I'd like to see how Jos can do here through the parts here of the restart here. So let's see what he can do here up to the end of the second sector here. So to see how he would have done here on his time here on the soft tyres as well. But as I said, we will be restarting. So let's see what Jos would have done. We would have liked to have seen. We're passing Belchamont corner now, and then we come up to the bus stop chicane part here at turn 18 now, and then into turn 19 now, which is the start of the pit entry. But then the DRS straight here. So let's see what Jos would have done. He would have done a 145.7 on the Toro Rosso. So what we're going to do now, guys, is we're going to have to restart the session. Well, Meg Lumpy did a 145.4, so fair play to him on that. So let's see what the time we'll get back in a moment or two. But we'll talk to Tim about his thoughts of some of the drivers' pace here as well. Back in a sec.
On the bright side, though, some of these drivers are getting an extra practice lap.
They are, to try and make sure they don't get that feel of the track and get that rhythm going. Because I don't know what it is, but I like the track. I've been to the track, but I just never ever get well with second sector. I don't know why it is. Have you done well at Belgium, driven around here?
Not really, to tell you the truth. It's it's a very technical track. It is a difficult track.
It is a difficult track to sort out on as well, but hopefully we'll try and get hopefully the guys don't get any issues. I think the most crucial corners to watch out for is definitely turn Eau Rouge. The start of turn 1 at the start. Make sure they don't get any bad starts or anything like that. But you need to be on the ball as well. Eau Rouge is the one where you can easily lose the back end of the car. There's so many corners. There's like Pouon as well. You can easily go wide there. Um, the one that's crucial as well, turn 15, which is the curve pour frere, which is the one where it's like a little building on the left hand side. That's the one where you're going to have to watch out for as well. But for the drivers here tonight, Tim, what would you do as in this situation with those tips? Would you give them?
Excuse me, ask the question again, Matt?
What tips would you suggest to the drivers here tonight if you was driving around here, with especially at Eau Rouge and also at turn 15, which is the building on the left hand side as well?
No heroics into turn 1, and if you lap the field, I'll buy you a pizza.
Can I have a Domino's as well, please? That would be fantastic.
There you go.
That would be fantastic on that one anyway. So we're just waiting for the guys to get themselves prepped up. So they'll be... if you just join us, gentlemen, we are just restarting because unfortunately some of the drivers could not get back into their cars. So hopefully we'll finally get into the start of the qualifying. But I believe it'll be a dry... It looks like it'll be a dry race, shall we say. Tim.
Sorry, Malc, I had a little bit of an issue with my mic there, but I think we're all good now. Yes, it is looking like it's a dry race, so we're not going to have to worry about any rain coming down and throwing a spanner into the mix, so the drivers are definitely going to be happy for that. And good, and luckily for us, it's still going to be a good show because these drivers, they are hungry for a win.
Absolutely, absolutely, and especially when you got 2 points extra for the pole position as well. That'll be the ones to watch as well. But as you said earlier on, Scott Buckner, aka Boy Better Know, do you reckon he'll emulate what he did last time at Belgium before it cancelled, shall we say?
He's going to be one of the ones to watch here today, I do believe, because, you know, the Toro Rosso isn't that much faster than the Alfa Romeo, so there's still a little bit of a performance difference there, but I think that more or less it should be the same for him, but, you know, it's just going to depend. Scott Bunger's going to, you know, like we've been saying, he's going to be one to watch. Samu Papaito's going to be one to watch. Yosh, you know, he's always one to watch, but he's really had a bit of a mid-pack season, so, you know, Yosh is really hit or miss. Scopefielder, he's our points leader, but he is still in the Williams today. So I'm not sure if Scope's going to be able to do much with that, considering that the past few weeks that he has been in the Williams, he's just really struggled.
He has been really struggling, especially with the Williams here as well. But I'm hoping Scope can get his old form back, because otherwise Samu is going to keep that momentum going, and he will overtake him. If he doesn't watch out on it as well. It looks like we've lost another driver again, but I don't think we will have the restart, but I will get that confirmed in a moment or two. But while we're waiting for the drivers to get themselves sorted, it will be a dry race. But for this, at Belgian Grand Prix, with the tyre wear strategy, shall we say, the tyre wear strategies around Belgium, it will be a one-stop strategy, so you can do soft mediums. You can easily do the one stop. It all depends if they can capitalise on gambling on the mediums and get higher, especially with the realistic performance league. It looks like Steven's gambling on the medium tyres as well, but Charlie is probably the first person out already here. So what do you think of Charlie's performance so far this season, pardon me?
Ask me that again?
Charlie's. I know Charlie started last week, and he had about fifth place last week at the Brazilian Grand Prix. So, what did you think of his performance last week at Brazil?
I think he's someone that we're going to have to keep our eye on throughout this season. I'm sorry, Malc, your mic is kind of cutting out in my ears. I'm having a little trouble hearing you, but Charlie's going to be someone who we're going to have to watch out for because, as you said, last week he finished fifth, but I believe he actually crossed the line in third. He just finished fifth after time penalties, which, you know, we've saw that happen quite a few times here in the past few weeks. But nonetheless, a good run from Charlie, and as he is currently on his outlap, we'll see where he winds up here in about a lap's time. So definitely keeping an eye on him. And another driver is Steven, who actually was able to capitalize on the time penalties that Charlie had. and he got the, I almost said the pole, excuse me, he got the podium position last week. So O'Steven's going to be one to watch, and with him being in the Ferrari, he's got a fast car underneath him.
Absolutely. So no excuses there. He's got that extra power on his car there. But while we're talking about the track itself, we will try and do the actual qualifying lap again. But this time Charlie will be the first one to do it now. So we're going to try, he's going to try and build his lap up here now. He's going to be on the DRS straight now. Coming up to the start finish line now. So his time will kick in now. We're coming up to the first corner, which is La Source corner now. So, and then down the straight here. Coming up to the part where I said earlier on with the 1998 part where the heavy rains caused so much havoc there. We're coming up to Eau Rouge now. So as you see, Charlie nearly lost it at the back end there, but we're passing Radillon there as well. And then down the Kemmel straight here as well, into coming up to turn 5, which is Les Coombs, into the first sector, and then into turn 6 now, and then into turn 7 now, which is the Malmedy corner. Just trying to get it absolutely perfect there. Rivage is the turn 8, the hairpin one where it's a slow right-hander as well. And then coming up to which is turn 9 now, and then down straight here at coming up to turn 10, which is Pouan corner now. And then turn 11 now, and then into which is turn 12, which is the Fackness corner. And then which is the unlucky turn, which is turn 13 there. No issues there, but still going and passing turn 40, which is the campus corner now, and then into the end of the second sector, and then into turn 50, which is the one I said, the building on the left hand side with that barriers there. That will be the one to watch out for with some of the drivers, that if you can easily avoid it as much as possible, that'll be perfect. Passing to turn 16, and this is Belgian corner at turn 17 now. And then coming up to the bus stop chicane at turn 18, and then coming up to which is turn 19 now, with the end at the start of the DRS straight here, and that is what you see where you get. The time to beat is a 145.164, a 145.164, Tim. So who are you watching so far?
Currently riding on board with our newcomer of Cryptox in the Red Bull. He's just recently started his flying lap, so going through turns 9 and now approaching that downhill left-hander going under the F1 2019 banner. Cryptox, this is going to be the first lap that we've seen him run in the Realistic Performance League, so not even sure where he is. I don't even have a feel for his pace at the moment, but we're about to find out. I know that Cryptox would definitely want to be on the pole, but so would about 15 other drivers, but only one can get those coveted 2 extra points toward the championship. So far, FPL Charlie still the pole sitter with a 145.1. Lozak in second, Scott Bunger in third, Meg Lugby in fourth, followed by Energy Dan, Yoss, Rymac, Carlsberry, Luke Bailey, and O'Steven in 10th. So we got 10 drivers with times on the board, and about 6 of them that have yet to put a time. But every driver except for Samu and Ferocious Dan are out on the track as Cryptox is now nearing the end of his lap, rounding the final 2 corners and down the home stretch. Where will he wind up when he crosses the line? Cryptox will be 10th. I expect him to be a lot higher. I was waiting for his name to pop up, but he is only 10th at the moment, so a 146.2.
Yeah, it looked like he did an okay lap there, but as you rightly said, he was on the edge of your seat thinking Cryptox will jump up into the top 4 there, but he must have made a mistake somewhere during his debut race, shall we say. And let's see how he can try and do this as well. So let's see how Sir Spud can do his lap in here now. So he's doing his actual qualifying lap now. He's coming to Eau Rouge now. So let's see what he can try and do here. We've got 12 minutes left here, guys. We've got 12 minutes left of the qualifying here. So let's see if there's any shocks along the way here as well. But there'll be so many overtakes, which we are looking forward to as well, especially at the Kemmel Straight there. Do you agree, Tim?
Oh, yes, definitely. There's going to be a lot of overtakes here and a lot of jostling around for position because, you know, it's not just a race win on the line. You know, it's always a championship battle, which, you know, we were looking at the points earlier, and I think that we figured out that at least the top 5 drivers in the points, maybe a little bit further back, but at least the top 5 still have a realistic shot at winning the championship, assuming that all the drivers ahead of them run every race. Because, you know, obviously sometimes we have issues to where drivers cannot run a race and they'll miss, and obviously that's going to take a hit in the points, but what can you do? But assuming that every driver does run the race, at least 5 drivers are still in contention in this championship. The top 3 being Scopefielder, Samu, and Luke Bailey.
Yeah, while you was mentioning that there, Tim, so Spud lost it at Pouhon corner there. And he completely lost it there. He completely lost the back end there. So he's going to try. Luckily, he hasn't DNF'd there during the qualifying. So he's going to try and go back there in back into the pits itself there as well. So let's see if I don't know if Stephen will try again on the medium tyres, but he's done a 146.6 now. He needs to try to do something here. Nigel Gas did a 145.9 on the medium tyres. So what time are you expecting to see here tonight, from your point of view, Tim?
I think the pole sitter is going to be no quicker than a 144.5. And, you know, we've seen plenty of times. I've been wrong about the times before. But it just looks like that with FPL Charlie being the first driver to set a time, and so far being the driver to have the provisional pole, it just seems that the times aren't going to get much faster than a 145. But with 10 minutes remaining, there's still plenty of time for drivers to get out there and set fast laps.
Absolutely, absolutely. But anything can happen here. Anything can happen here tonight. But with this, Scopefielder and Ferocioustan are the only ones who are out laps, which haven't got time yet. But obviously Samu and Spud are the only ones in the pits with no times at all. So, are you surprised with the results so far in this qualifying, Tim?
Honestly, I am. I really expected Samu Papaito to be... Well, he doesn't have a time on the board, but that's just the thing, is I expected him to be out there and actually have a time on the board. Now, I don't know if he's actually stayed in the pits this whole time or if he went out and invalidated his lap. I'm not sure what's going on there, but as we were saying for drivers to watch, Scott Bunger, he is in 3rd right now and not very far off the pole time at all. In fact, just a little over a 1/10 of a second off the pole time and on his out lap right now. So he might be able to, in about a lap's time, set an even faster lap than what FPL Charlie has on the board. Lozak, he's shown a lot of speed here recently, so not so surprised to see him in 2nd. It's almost expected at this point. Meg Luckby, though, having a really good run so far in 4th with a 145.4.
Yeah, Meg Luckby's done a really good job there with a 145.4 on the Haas car as well. Yeah, like I said, to one, that is just one of the Renault cars just coming out of the pits. That might be Rimac as well. So what can Ferocioustan do? He's coming up to Eau Rouge now, passing Radillon corner, then coming up to the Camel straight now, so he's got the DRS straight now. Let's see what he can try and do here. He might get on our screens, we've got a purple on first sector. We've got a purple on first sector here, so we might hit the high 144s here, Tim. Do you agree with that?
It's honestly hard to say. Currently, I'm riding on board with Scott Bunger while you are watching Ferocious Dan there. So Scott Bunger, as I said earlier, he's still 3rd and not purple in the first sector at the moment, going through turn 8, that really tight downhill right-hander hairpin. So Scott Bunger just trying to hang on and see what he can do, but nonetheless, 3rd so far on the board is a good showing. Yeah,
he's done a good job here, but he's got an incoming car here. I'm not sure who that is. That might be a Merc, I believe. That might be it is a Merc there. So that could be Energy Dan there. So Energy Dan is coming up to the end of the 2nd sector with Scott Buckner now. So as I said, it looks like he's got purple on 2nd sector, but still he needs to find a 10th from somewhere here. Let's see if he can try and beat that time here. But with Ferocious Dan had purple first sector here, I'd like to know what time he would have had here. But Ferocious Dan did a 145.3. A 145.3 jumped up to 4th place here, but just still watching. But Charlie has improved his time there with 145.1. But can Scott Buckner try and improve his time here? He does not. It does not improve, I don't think. No, he doesn't. He doesn't improve his time here. So,
no, but it looks like Ferocious Dan did with a 145.3.
Absolutely. But Yoss has moved up to 4th now with a 145.346. 300 quicker down Ferocious Dan's time here. And good evening to Colin J. How you doing, mate? You alright? Hope you're okay. Most is how it goes. I hope you two are staying safe. And come on, Spud. So Colin J is supporting Spud there. We've got two fans here. We've got Icebreaker supporting Cryptox, who's in 12th place, and Colin J supporting Spud in 16th place as well. So we've got 6 minutes left of the qualifying here. Who are you watching so far, Tim?
Currently going down the line and going to take a look at Meg Lugby, who is on his flying lap. I believe he is in the first sector. Yes, he is. He is in the first sector, just actually got out of Eau Rouge as he's passing a slow car just pulling over to let him by, so very courteous indeed. That's always good to see. Meg Lugby currently in the 6th position with a 1:45.4. That is his best time, and earlier it was good enough for 4th, but a few drivers have gotten faster since then, and a big lockup going into turn 8 from Meg Lugby. That's undoubtedly going to shave some seconds, or at least a few tenths off of his time, so that's definitely not what we're looking for here, but Meg Lugby nonetheless just trying to do what he can. As Samu Papaito has set a 1:44.5, the fastest lap of the session so far.
Yeah, so the drivers' could be the drivers' championship leader after tonight's race here, but still could be on for the hat trick here with if he does get the pole position and the fastest lap and the win here. But at the moment he needs to do the first lot of the triple here if he can try and do it. But 6/10 out of Charlie's time there, that's still impressive there. But Meg Lugby try and push that car now from the Haas car into coming up to Belgian corner now at turn 17 now, and then coming up to which is the bus stop chicane at turn 18 now, and then see what he can try and do here. So let's see what happens here. So Meg Lugby he does move up to the 44s, but a 1:44.8, a 1:44.8. So the track is getting warmer, it's getting faster as the time's slowing down here. So at the moment here, Spud's the only one who's had no time at all here tonight. Yellow flag set to 1, but with this as well, I'm just going to have a look at Nitric Ash now. He's coming to Eau Rouge now. Samu's done a brilliant job here. Will he get the 3rd win on the bounce here tonight?
It is very possible, because as I said, I expected Samu to be higher up in the running order before he set a time, and I guess he just decided to go out there and set a time, and right out of the gate, he's our provisional pole sitter with a little over 3 minutes remaining. So Samu Papaito, he is definitely someone that we need to watch tonight, and someone who could walk away with this win. But even if he gets out to a decent lead, he's got to be careful with time penalties. We have seen that week in and week out all season, that the driver in first sometimes will lose it out because of time penalties, and it's not necessarily that it's uncommon, it's just something that these drivers really need to pay attention to, because I would imagine that losing a race because of time penalties like that, there's nothing worse when you cross the line first but don't actually get to stand on the top spot of the podium.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just nerve-wracking stuff there as well, and hopefully he'll try, like I said, he'll try and produce the goods here as well. But at the moment here, Samu, for Samu's point of view here, he is doing everything he can to hold on for first, but we've under 3 minutes left of the qualifying here. Still watching Nitric Ash now try and come up to the bus stop chicane now. Let's see where he can try and do it on his time here. He needs to try and find... Oh, he's teasing us. He's teasing us, Tim. He's absolutely teasing us here. Let's have a look at the Spud now. He's come up to, which is the end of his 3rd sector time. He's on the medium tyres here as well. So let's see what he can try and do here, passing the bus stop chicane and into the down the DRS straights now. So let's see what he can try and do here as well. And 1:46.7 there on the medium tyres, to be fair. But I would expect to start on the softs. So I don't know if I doubt it. He'll have enough time. Well, he won't have enough time to get back into the pits and do another lap, because we will have 2 minutes left. So, Tim, with the situation going on here, are you happy with the positions what everyone's in, or do you think there'll be a few shocks near the end of the qualifying?
Well, there may be a few shocks, because of the top 8, we have 7 of those drivers on their outlap right now. So I'm currently actually watching Lozak, who is on his outlap, so moment in time he will be starting his flying lap. I'm going to look for a lot of these drivers to maybe challenge Samu Papaito up there at the top. I don't know if they have the speed of that's quicker than a 1:44.5, but nonetheless, we're going to see it here in just a minute. But very good time from Samu. That's almost a second, or To be more specific, it is 0.6 of a second quicker than the provisional pole time that FPL Charlie had earlier on in the session. So the only two drivers to actually break into the 144s are Samu and Meglucky at the moment. So looking to see if any drivers will do that as Lozak now goes through Eau Rouge.
Yeah, let's just see how Lozak can try and do. Can he try and get 7/10 out of somewhere to beat Samu's time here? Because at the moment here, I can't see Samu getting stopped here at this moment in time. Can you, Tim?
It's going to take a lot to beat him. It will definitely take a lot to beat him, but I believe that Energy Dan just rocketed to the 3rd position with a 145.0.
He has. You're absolutely right there, Tim. So he's moved to 3rd there with a 145.080 here. Lozak, all yellow flags in all 3 sectors there, just for a brief moment there. But still, yellow flags at Sector 1 there. That might be the Merc. That might be Energy Dan's Merc there, trying to let some of the drivers through. But still watching Lozak now go to the tricky second sector. I always think of it as the trickiest second sector, but some people may think of it as easy as pie on that one. So let's see what Lozak can do. He's going to up the straight now, passing turn 15 now, then into turn 16. Carlsberry has retired, and I think he has crashed at Eau Rouge there as well. So that again, that'll be the ones to watch of Eau Rouge and at turn 15 by the barriers there, by the building there as well. Let's see what he can try and do here. Lozak, can he try and improve here? He moves up to 3rd with the qualifying has stopped. The qualifying has now stopped, but let's see how Samu can do. Samu's coming up to, which is the Puon corner, and then coming up to which is 12. Turn 12, then into turn 13 now, and then coming to which is turn 14 now, and then coming to which is turn 15 in a moment or two, into the end of the second sector here. But let's see if they can try and get that momentum going. So we've only got the 3 drivers in the 44s at this moment in time, but I would like to see Charlie to see at what time he would have done there as well. But I think he is coming to the end of the lap there, I believe. But we'll just wait and see how Charlie can do. He does move up to 2nd. He moves up to 2nd with 144.8, so he does not improve. But will Samu improve his time there? 144.5. He does. A 144.1 here, Tim.
Wow, that is a even quicker time. A 144.1. That is a full second quicker than FPL Charlie's original time, and 0.7 of a second quicker than his current time.
Absolutely. So fair play to Samu there. He's just completely killed the qualifying there. While everyone else is all closed in, Samu 144.1 nearly hit the 143s with the Alfa Romeo. So Rymac moves up to 5th with a 145 flat there on the Renault car as well. So we're just waiting for Energy Dan to get back into the pits, and then we'll restart not restart again, but start the actual race itself here. But yeah, just seeing how this is going here as well. But yeah, just waiting to see what happens. So we're just waiting for Energy Dan to go back in, and then we'll do the actual race standings as we speak, or the qualifying classification for the Belgian Grand Prix. But fair play to Samu here, Tim.
Fair play indeed. A 144.1. That is miles away from my predicted lap time. I predicted about a 144.5, and Samu just completely shattered that with a 144.1. And his nearest competitor is a 144.8. I think it goes without saying that Samu Papaito is going to be one of my top 3 picks for the night.
Yeah, it'll be one of those picks for... Yeah, it's one of those ones where I think if Samu has... Well, Samu, if he can get that nail start there, he'll be flying throughout the race tonight. But hopefully we'll have to wait and see if there's anyone can try and stop him there. But here are the short qualifying classification for the Belgian Grand Prix, for the Invictus Racing League, the Realistic Performance League. So Samu will have 2 extra points. So Samu will finish in pole position in 1st. Charlie's in 2nd. Meglup is in 3rd. Lozak 4th. Rymac 5th. Energy Dan 6, Scott's in 7, Yoss is in 8th, Freshdan 9th, Cryptox on his debut in 10th, Nitric Ash is in 11th, Oh Stephen in 12th, Luke Bailey 13th, Scope Vilder 14th, the Drivers' Championship leader in there, so Carlsberg in 15th, so Spud in 16th place as well. But yeah, fantastic stuff there, and it was. I thought there would be a last-minute qualifying shock, but at the moment there, Samu's saying, "Look, I want to keep that momentum going," and he'll try and keep that momentum going there as well. But so I think Simon Palmer, aka F1 Mr. P, he couldn't join in. I think he had issues trying to join in the qualifying, so he hopefully try and get into his car on the race grid as well. But while we do that, we're going to do the usual advertisements, guys, and then we'll talk about the race itself. This is the Invictus Racing League, the Realistic Performance League. This is the rerun of the Belgian Grand Prix tonight, with myself, Malc, and with Tim as well on the Tuesday nights. But obviously, this is the week that should have been the break week. But when we do go back next week, we will go back to Hungary for race 7, but also for the Monday nights for the F1 League, which is the top flight league. It feels like the Premier League, the fastest league, the top flight as well, with Gareth and Sab with the commentaries as well, and they do a brilliant job as well. Make sure you tune in on that as well. Obviously, myself, Tim, on the Tuesday nights, as always, for the Realistic Performance League. But not only on Mondays and Tuesdays we do that, we also got the Wednesday nights for the F2 and F3 League with Energy Dan and James, I believe, on F2, and Harry and Charlie as well for F3, and the guys do a brilliant job with the commentaries as well. Not only that, we also have the usual podcasts as well on the Thursday nights, but also not only we do the leagues for the PS4s, we also got the league for the Xbox League on the Sunday nights at 9:30 as well. So if you've got an Xbox and you want to join in, it's on the Sunday nights at 9:30. So make sure you tune in on that as well. Not only that, guys. Not only that, we've also got the social media side of Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So make sure you like, follow and subscribe as well as we're on the YouTube as well, so make sure you like, subscribe to our channel as well. But the most important thing of all, guys, is the InvictusRacingLeague.com, the site where everything matters here. Make sure you sign up, register and apply to race, and if you want to join in to join one of the leagues here, subject to availability obviously, you can apply to race, apply the form. One of the admins will get in contact with you, and hopefully if you are successful you might be joining, as I said, in subject to availability on one of the leagues, on whether it's the Equal League or the Realistic Performance League as well. So we've got 22 laps of the Belgian Grand Prix here. So with Samu in first, Charlie in second, and Meg Luppe in third there on the qualifying part there as well. So Tim, the pressure on you here, as always. Top 3. Who is it going to be tonight?
I'm going to go with Samu, Meg Luppe, and Scott Bunger. I was kind of torn between Lozak and Rymac as well, but I think I'm going to go with Samu, Meg Luppe, and Scott Bunger.
Okay. I'm still going to say Samu for. I'm not going to say for the win or anything like that. I'm just going to say in any particular order: Samu, Charlie. Oh, I think Lozak might do it. I think as long as there's no issues there, I think there might be. I think this might be a really good race here tonight. I think hopefully we'll do that as well. Icebreaker says closer than he expected the qualifying here tonight. Good evening to Watkins. How you doing, mate? You all right? I hope you're okay and well. As I said earlier, please make sure you like, subscribe to the Invictus Racing League channel for all the live races here as well. We will be kicking off the Belgian Grand Prix for the rerun of round 3, and I can't wait for it tonight. But looking at the tyre wear strategies here, Spud's the only one to gamble on the hards here, whereas some of the others have gone for the medium tyres here, and Scopefielder going straight in for the softs. Do you agree with that, Tim?
I think that maybe he knows something that we don't. Those soft tires, they will only last him about 10 laps or so. But considering we only have 22 laps, he could probably make that work with a 9 or 10 lap stint and then go for the medium tires. But we're going to see how it works out for him here at the moment. But the drivers lining up lights, and they are ready to go just as soon as everyone gets lined up. A few cars at the back just still getting their position. Simon Palmer, who did not participate in the qualifying session for whatever reason, I believe it was some technical difficulties, he will be rounding out the end of the field. But it's not where you start, it's where you finish. And every one of these drivers know that, and every one of those drivers want to be the first one across that line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights in the air. No red lights, we are green for the Invictus Racing League's Realistic Performance League at Spa. It's Samu Papaito out to a lead, almost 3 wide going into the turn 1, but it is not. Yes, it is, just a little bit maybe there in the back as Meg Lugby is forced very wide and off the track. So that's going to allow Rymac to get into the second position. Meanwhile, FPL Charlie making a move for third, and in the back it is just a cluster behind Meg Lugby. He's got it out for Romeo, and the McLaren of Lozak has spun, and he has hit the wall. Is he out of this race? Yes, he is. Lozak is out of this race.
Lozak is out of the race, as well as Energy Dan is out of the race as well. But we will have the safety car here. We will have the safety car here. Did you see that much of that from Lozak's car there, Tim?
There was some contact, I'm not sure with who, between Lozak and somebody else, and Lozak spun, he was sliding, he almost saved it, but the wall caught him before he caught the car.
Yeah, so really unfortunate there from Lozak and also from Energy Dan. I think he got caught up with Lozak's car there during that point there as well. So for now, we're going straight to have the safety car. Would you gamble for the guys who are on the soft tyres? Would you expect them to keep on the soft tyres, or would you gamble to go on like the medium tyres or maybe the hard tyres to go long here, so they don't have to pit later on, Tim?
At this point, I would definitely keep my soft tires because assuming that these drivers only have 1 lap on the tire, so assuming they ran 1 qualifying lap and they only have 1 lap, that means that they can last for about 9 laps. With the safety car, that can be stretched to maybe 11 or 12. It just depends on how long this safety car stays out, and of course how they manage their tires throughout the race. So with it being so early on, I would most definitely just keep the softs for now, because I could keep them later on. I can keep them on the car for a greater amount of laps, and then I pit for mediums to try to keep that pace.
Absolutely, but the biggest best start there is Rymac here. Considering what happened at the start there, he moves up to second place there as well. So that is still a good move there from Rymac there. So Charlie still in third, Meg Lugby in fourth place as well. So my pick for Lozak is completely lost it there on the betting slip there. But like I said, hopefully we'll see some more. Hopefully we'll see some more battles along the way here tonight, and hopefully there won't be any more issues off the Eau Rouge part there as well. But Rymac is like really eager to try and get Samu here once the safety car has started off here. But let me have a look at the biggest movers here already. I know it's too early to say here, but obviously the biggest mover is Carlsberry with 6 positions there from 15th to 9th there. Lozak has just unfortunately left the session there. So let's see. So Luke Bay is going back into the pits. Might be for the fresh tyres here as well. But like I said, the best start there of the top 4 mainly is Rymac here with moved to second place here as well. So Schofield in 10th place here, the Drivers' Championship leader. What do you do in this situation here, Tim?
Now that is a tough one. Scopefielder right now, he's running in 10th. He's got the soft tires and, obviously only 1 lap on the soft tires at that point. So still pretty fresh tires. But as far as what to do as far as pit strategy, I don't know. I really like the soft mediums because of this safety car. And assuming we get more safety cars, that strategy becomes even more doable. But as far as what to do about running in the 10th position, he's just going to have to hope that those soft tires will give him enough speed to get ahead of Carlsberry, O'Steven, and Nitro Gash and be able to fight up there with the top 5, top 6. because, you know, of course, it's not where you start, it's where you finish, but Scope Builder, as we've said, has just been struggling a lot in the Williams. So it's almost like, you know, the 7th to 10th place range is about all he's got out of that car.
Yeah, absolutely. But still, I'm hoping we'll get a lot of battles here as well. So depending on how the safety car can come back in, I don't know if the safety car... No, the safety car will not come in, so we're going to have another lap of this, and then we'll kick off for the Belgian Grand Prix for the Realistic Performance League again at this point in time. So let's just go back to the tyre wear. So Spud, well, Cryptos has gone for the hard tyres after that pit stop. The same with Luke Bailey's going for the pits for the soft tyres as well. So it looks like Cryptos is just going to go all the way to the end, because I don't blame him, because he can do it with the hards, because he can do it of 20 laps on the telemetry as well, but also the medium tyres can last about 15 laps, and the softs can last about 10 laps. So if you're going to do the soft medium, you have to do 9 laps on the softs, and also you might do 13 laps on the medium tyres as well. But it all depends on how these guys can manage the tyre wear, and if they can hold their nerve at Eau Rouge here. That'll be the main talking point here as well, Tim.
Yeah, in Cryptox, he can go the rest of the way on those hard tires, and he had a 5-second time penalty. Apparently, he had a severe collision with Yas, so that gave him a 5-second time penalty. I didn't see that, but with him pitting for those hard tires, I'd almost say that he has served that time penalty now, that they probably held him in the pit. So, assuming that's the case, and assuming he can manage his tires, Cryptox might not be out of this race. Because if he can just stretch his tires out and go the distance, it might be enough, as long as there's no safety cars and we go green for the rest of the race here.
That's if we have no more, you know.
It's definitely a big if.
Yeah, let's see how it goes with this situation here as well. But we're on lap 3:22, the first safety car of the race here tonight, due to a loss of the car there of the Eau Rouge part from Lozak, which I think Energy Dan got caught up with it as well. So let's see what happens here as well. So let's see, they're coming up to the end of the second sector now. So what I'm going to try and do is go back to Samu's car, because this will be the part now that he will be the new safety car leader here. So the safety car is in this lap here. So now Samu will have to keep a slow distance here, because try and he'll go whenever he feels like it at this point. So good evening to everyone that's joined the session here. I hope you're going to be enjoying the Invictus Racing League. If you like what you see so far, guys, please make sure you like, subscribe to our channel for all the live races here as well. But with Samu here, the race leader here, coming up to Belgian corner now. Until that safety car goes into that pit, it'll be all green here. So let's see what he can try to do. He's going to shoot off now. Ryan Mack is nearly lost the start there as well. But look at Samu now. He passed into the bus stop chicane now. And he's trying to push now for that. But Scott's dropped down. Meg Lupis, no. They've gone wide there at the last corner there. But still, let's see how Ryan Mack can try and push on the pressure here of Samu here. We won't have the DRS enabled in for the next few more laps here. But let's see if Samu can try and push on now as well. But who are you watching so far here, Tim?
Watching a 3-car battle for the lead between Scott Bunger, Meg Luckby, and Ferocious Dan for 4th place. So the podium runners so far have basically checked out, but Scott Bunger leading a very small train of cars with this 3-car battle coming out of turn 1. What happened, Matt?
Carsberry's out. Carsberry is out of the race here at Eau Rouge here. But, oh my days, look at that. I thought Ferocious would try and get on the inside there of Meg Luppy there for 5th place here. But they're still battling out here for here. But we haven't got the safety car. We haven't got the second safety car here of the race here tonight. But we're still going here tonight. So now Carsberry will be absolutely fuming at that. He'll be absolutely fuming. Because I think he would have had a decent pace here with the, like in the mid-pack part there as well. But at this moment in time here, while the guys are all slowly pulling away here, you don't know where to start here, do you, Tim?
Not really, because the three-car battle is basically spread out a little bit much. Ferocious Dan and Meg Luckby are still going at it, but Scott Bunger is starting to pull away from these, as actually that last corner Meg Luckby had a lockup in the right front, and we saw that in qualifying. So maybe Meg Luckby, maybe the track isn't working to the best of his favor, but nonetheless running in 5th, I think that's one of the highest positions that we've seen him in this season. So I'd say that Meg Luckby is having a pretty decent run today.
He's having a decent run here, but Samu, like I said, Samu is doing everything he can here to try and push away from Rimac and Charlie here for the 2nd and 3rd place here. As you can see, Charlie's got the fastest of the race now with 1:48.9 there as well. So anything to play for here for the Belgian Grand Prix here. Baz, how you doing, Baz? How you doing, mate? You all right? He's just watching the stream here as well. So let's see what Fresh Stan can do here up through All Rouge here, passing Meg Luckby here, but they're still trying to. Meg Luckby's got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings here, but Fresh Stan will be ahead, or he might be side beside here. Might be side beside here, but Romac has got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings here, but still. Fresh Stan still intact with Meg Luckby here for 5th place here, but they're still battling out here for this frantic battle here, Tim.
Yeah, and what did I say? That these drivers are going to have to be careful with these time penalties. And already 5 laps in, and we got 2 drivers with time penalties for exceeding track limits and having multiple warnings. So it just goes to show just how much of a fine line these drivers have to tread between where they put their cars in the corner and what's deemed legal and what's deemed corner cutting.
Absolutely. But you got to be absolutely careful there as well, because you could easily get... there's so many corners that you could easily get the penalties here, as you can see from those 2 drivers there, but also you have to be careful there. But look at Samu now pushing away from Rimac now with 1.4 seconds of a gap there as well. So Rimac is struggling to try and keep up with Samu here, but as you can see now, Rimac's lost it on passing Charlie's passed Rimac here at look like from Belchmont corner there, so fair play to him on there, but looks like Rimac is struggling here, Tim.
Yeah, I was watching Charlie a few laps ago, and he was getting really close to Rimac, really close on the back of his car, and then I was watching him that time when he made the move. A good move by Charlie, but not such a good move by Rimac, as he's going the wrong way. And now he has Scott Bunger to worry about behind him in that Alfa Romeo. Remember, Scott Bunger, he almost won Belgium earlier in the season before we had to postpone to today. Now he's trying to show that it wasn't a fluke and that he can win today, but he's going to have to catch Rimac, Charlie, and most importantly, the leader, Samu Papaito.
Absolutely. But as you see, the DRS is now active here. But it looked like Rimac nearly looked like he went to the back of Charlie there, but he's just kept his cool and nerve there. But Scott's going to try go on the inside here at Rivage corner now. At turn 8 there, but still holding on there. But this is a beautiful helicopter view here. They need to keep that more often there as well. But let's see what Scott can try and do here as well, because Rimac is under a lot of pressure here. Baz says still alive, Malc, still alive as well. So I'm glad you're alive and well and okay as well. But like I said, this race is going to be absolutely on the edge of our seats here, because we just never know what to expect back here on lap 6 of 22 here of the Invictus Racing League, the Reels Performance League team. So with the situation going on so far here, what's been your highlights so far up to lap 6?
Definitely the carnage on turn 1, and actually, as I say that, I got another highlight for you as a points contender of Luke Bailey just made the move on Sir Spud. So Luke Bailey moved him up into 11th. The next driver on his radar is the points leader of Scopefielder, who is running in 10th and having a bit of an off day, but as we've said, that Williams just does not really work out for him. So as it stands right now, I do believe that if the race were to finish at this very moment, Samu Papaito would have the points lead, but we still have about 15 laps to go before that is decided. Absolutely.
But look at Samu now. Whatever happens here, if it stays like this, Samu will be the new Drivers' Championship leader of the Invictus Racing League, the Performance League, the Reels Performance League as well. So, and he's doing a grand job there. 2.1 seconds of a gap there as well. But with so many battles galore here, we've got Rimac battling at, well, Rymac holding on for third place against Scott there for from fourth place here. We've also got Meg Luppi joining the party with Ferocious Dan for fifth and sixth place as well. And also Spud Simon Palmer passing Spud there for 12th place there, just as we just mentioned there on laps 7 or 22 here. Tim.
Yep, just going down the board trying to look for some battles going on, but there's really not much except for Scott Bunger, Meg Luppi, and Ferocious Dan. So, and actually it looks like Scott Bunger's starting to get close to Rymac, so there's a battle for you. That is for the final podium running position. Rymac still just kind of dropping backwards, but still has been able to hold off Scott Bunger. It's almost like he's just holding him up, and that Scott's trying to find a good place on the track to pass. Rymac going a little bit through the dirt there, and then going a little bit wide through that corner. So definitely Spawn not working in Rymac's favor as he would like to, but still holding on to the third position in that Renault. Scott Bunger just trying everything he can, and behind them is Meg Luppi and Ferocious Dan, who have more or less just kind of calmed down and spaced it out at the moment.
Absolutely, absolutely. But also, you got to watch out for, Tim, is the medium drivers as well, of Nitrogash, O'Steven, and Yoss as well. Because I know Yoss has already pitted earlier on, but like I said, we're on the medium tyres as well. That'll be a massive, massive boost as trying to get past the soft guys here. So yeah, just trying to see what happens here from Rymac's point of view. He's still on. But look at Meg now. Meg's right on the tail there. Scott there through Eau Rouge. And might have the slipstream here. We might have the too wide here. We'll have to wait and see. Meg's trying to... trying to see what happens here. Can Meg trying to make the move here onto... At this point in time here, he does not make the move. He does not make the move here. But still, that was nervous calls there as well here, Tim.
Yeah, that was nervous, definitely. We're having a little bit of sync issues, I do believe, so apologies for that. But nonetheless, still a really good battle going on between these drivers as Scott Bunger is just trying everything he can to catch Rymac, while Meg Luppi is just kind of hanging back and, you know, waiting to see what Scott Bunger's going to do. Maybe he can follow him through when he makes a move on Rymac. That would be unfortunate for Rymac to lose 2 positions, but that just might have to be his race today. But so far, he is doing a good job at holding off Scott Bunger. He just can't seem to eat into that 2.8 second deficit to FPL Charlie in second. Yeah,
but hopefully we'll try and see if at some point Rymac can try and get catch up with the top 2. That would be fantastic, but I can't see that, as you rightly said, I can't see that happening. If you can try and hold on for that third place, that'll be a massive opportunity here. Schofield has fortunately lost communication with his car there, so hopefully he'll try and get back in as quickly as possible here. At the Drivers' Championship leader of tonight. But Scott and Ferocious Dan have both pitted now. They have both pitted, which I'm guessing that they'll go for the medium tyres to go all the way to the end now, which I don't blame them. Because I think if you go for the undercut, would you have gone for the undercut here, right now?
Honestly, my strategy would have just been to stay out as long as my tires allow me to, and just hope that it works, because at the moment, going for the mediums, I mean, no doubt that they can go the distance at this point. It's just a matter of having the freshest tires possible at the end of the race. Absolutely.
Just trying to see. Just looking at Simon Palmer trying to close in on Luke Bailey now for 8th place here. So he's trying to push on now, and then we also got Cryptox with Spud there, trying to close in on 11th place there, and also Ferocious Dan Scott for 13th and 14th place here. So for the guys who are watching the stream, who do you think's your top 3 so far? Who do you think has impressed you tonight? Who do you think will be the one to watch the outside to watch at the end of the race tonight? So unfortunately, as I said, Spud and Cryptox has moved up places because Schofield still can't get back with communication issues. But also Rymac trying to close in on Meg Luppi trying to close in on Rymac for 3rd place here. But we also Cryptox trying to close in on Spud there for 10th place here. So the 2 guys are on the hard tyres here as well. So either way, they're trying to push on now as well, Tim.
Yeah, and that's very unfortunate for Scopefielder. That's going to have some championship implications indeed. Meanwhile, Simon Palmer, who started 17th, he's been able to move his way up into the 9th position right now and starting to chase down Luke Bailey, who is not his car-allocated teammate, but his actual teammate is now Scott Bunger has a 3-second time penalty.
Yeah, he has. He's got a 3-second time penalty, which I believe for multiple warnings there as well. So, at this moment in time here, they're trying to get the pits in as quickly as possible, and they've done it. The undercut's done well here tonight. Just have to wait and see what happens here. I don't know if we've got ability to send invites back in for Scope here as well, so hopefully we'll try. Hopefully he has got a spare one to get back into here as well. But look at Cryptox now. Cryptox could try and close in on Spud now for 8th place here, but still on the moment here. But Fresh Start passing Rymac here for 12th place with that Racing Point car there as well. So fantastic stuff here as well here, Tim.
Yeah, fantastic indeed. And Nitro Gas running in 3rd there. You mentioned earlier that you got to watch out for those drivers on the medium tire as well. They're running 3rd, 4th, and 5th at the moment, with Samu and FPL Charlie having yet to pit. So if Samu and Charlie pit within the next lap or two, Nitro Gas will inherit the lead. It's just a matter for how long.
We'll just wait and see what happens here at this moment in time. To see what the situation is. Well, still, the only battle we've got at the moment here is Spud and Cryptox for 8th and 9th place, respectively here. But still, with lap 10, we're not even hitting the halfway marker just yet, but we will do in a moment too. As Samu is going to the pits now, will Charlie join in now? Yes, he will. He'll join in now. But Nitrogas will be the new leader of this race here. But with the medium tyres here as well, we have to wait and see as well as that.
And your leader of Samu Papaito has pitted, and it looks like he is going to fit the medium tires as to be expected. So Samu Papaito and FPL Charlie both pitted, both on medium tires, and they are out of their pits and away, about to rejoin this race. Samu Papaito coming out in the 6th position, FPL Charlie coming out behind him in what was 7th, now 9th, because Sir Spud and Cryptox went by him.
Yeah, but well done to Cryptox here. That's a brilliant job here, passing Charlie there as well, just at that moment's time. But with Charlie on the fresh medium tyres here as well, should have the Dira straight here. But look at this now, side by side here, passing Cryptox now. Will they go side by side here at that point in? Fair play to Charlie now. He'll be on a man on a mission here to try and close in on Samu here, who's in 6th place on the moment here, Tim.
Yeah, that's a really good run for Samu, obviously, as he dominated the first half of this race, and now he's just trying to claw his way back to the lead. Now, Nitro Gash, did he start on the medium tires, or did he pit during the safety car?
Could you repeat that again, please? Sorry.
Did Nitro Gash start on the medium tires, or did he pit during the safety car? Because Yas pitted during the safety car. I just don't know about Nitro Gash. Nitro Gash might still have to pit, but Yas might be able to go the distance. Nitro Gash, O'Steven, Spud are the only ones left who have not pitted yet. So those 3 drivers have still not pitted yet. But as you said, Yas will be the new leader after when Nitro Gash decides to pit. But at the moment in time, we're passing Belgian on corner here. Charlie's going to try and get on to Spud here for 7th place here. We'll try and get him on the bus stop chicane here. And he might be playing safe here, but he will have the fresh medium tyres here. He's trying to get that. Oh! The old switcheroo, and he should have the DRS now. And Charlie makes the move here with 2 wide there. Brilliant move, absolutely brilliant move there from Charlie. Meg Lupp here's done a 148.4 as the fastest lap of the race here on the medium tyres here, Tim. Yeah, and Sir Spud and FPL Charlie going through turn 1 that time. You could not fit a piece of paper between Sir Spud's front wing and FPL Charlie's back tires. They were so very close, but good job to Sir Spud for not getting into Charlie, and good job to Charlie for keeping his cool. So he's going to have to keep his cool as Sir Spud's trying to make a move on the inside, the outside of him using the DRS, but will Sir Spud clear him? No, he will not. FPL Charlie hanging on to the 7th position. Yeah,
he's doing a brilliant job there, Charlie, holding on there from the encore of the Spud car there as well. But 2 battles going on here. But as you said earlier, Jos will get in the lead here when Nitrogas does pit, but Jos already pitted for the medium tyres earlier on, and the medium tyres can only last about 15 laps on our telemetry here. I can't see the mediums can last about another 10 more laps, and I will say that, to be honest here. If it does, fair play to Jos, but I can't see, unless we get another safety car, I can't see Jos staying out for another 10 more laps. Do you agree, Tim?
It would have to be tire saving from the racing gods for Jos to stay out under green for 10 more laps, but I would expect that if he does in fact pit, that he will pit for the soft tires, and that may give him just enough of an edge, just enough pace to not lose too much time once he rejoins the race, gets back on track, and starts putting down lap time. So he's going to have to run basically what they call qualifying times, but Jos might still have a chance at this. He's just going to have to try to conserve his tires as long as possible, and as you said, Malc, he might also have to hope for a safety car.
He might have hoped for a safety car, but like I said, anything could happen here. But Cryptos could be closing on to spot there for 7th place here. So let's have a quick look here while All Rouge, we might have 3. Oh, we might have 3 wide here. Look at this, Cryptox, Spud, and Scott here. We could have 3 wide. No, oh, I thought we would have had 3 wide there. Nearly. We definitely had 2 wide there, but look at Cryptox here. It's going around the inside there. Oh, Spud, these two are having a proper battle here, and they're doing a brilliant job here tonight here. Spud and Cryptox here. Cryptox going around the outside here, trying to, if he can try and keep hold of it as well, that'll be a massive stuff there. But well done to Scott there after that battle there. But also we might have to Spud train here, because he also got Spud, Cryptox, Meg Lugby, Ferocious Dan, and also Rymac here. So fantastic racing here so far here, Tim.
Yeah, fantastic indeed. Riding on board right now with Luke Bailey, who is chasing down O. Steven in that 3rd position. O. Steven, of course, one of those drivers who have yet to pit. Luke Bailey, he has already pitted, so legally he could go the distance, but with 11 laps on those soft tires, I just don't think that they have it in him. There is no way that he's going to go the distance. So look for Luke Bailey to pit here momentarily as well. The matter is, will he go for the mediums or will he go for the softs? I would almost imagine that he would have to go for the soft tires unless he started on softs. In which case, and just as I say that, he actually does dive down into the pits along with O. Steven. So O. Steven and Luke Bailey both pitting now. Nitro Gash still your leader, with Samu Papaito moving up into 2nd because Jos is also pitted. So it is Jos and O. Steven and Luke Bailey, all 3 drivers on the pit lane. What tires will they take? Luke Bailey on the softs, it looks like, yes, and O. Steven on the softs as well. But what did Jos take? Jos took the mediums. That's actually a very big surprise to me that Jos took the mediums, but he is out in 10th place at the moment.
He's out in 10th place at the moment here, but look at Rymac here. Rymac could be closing on Meg Lup here through All Rouge here. Look at this. We might have 4 cars. Oh my days. We might have 2 wide here. We've got Frostan, Cryptox battling out here. We could have 3 wide here. We nearly could have had 4 here. But at the moment here, well done to Rymac, who just made ahead of Cryptox there for 8th place here, but still holding on here against Meg Lugby here. These two, another 2 drivers who are having a good battle here as well. Meg Lugby and Rymac, and also Frostan joining in the party as well here, Tim.
Yeah, this is a really good battle for, it looks about 5-car battle here. So Meg Lugby just having to deal with Rymac at the moment. Yeah,
he's just trying to deal with Rymac at the moment here, but it's because Cryptox and Jos could be joining in a moment or two, but obviously with Cryptox pitted on lap 1, still on the hard tyres here, he had no choice to start, because he would have had to pit again here. But at the moment here, he's still in the top 10. I mean, you could get some decent points here tonight. But with Spud trying to hold on for 5th place here, Frostan could be closed in. But also with the other drivers, so Meg Lumpy and Rymac here, manic stuff here. But Nitrogas is pitted now. So now Samu and Charlie and Scott will be your top 3 leaders here. Depending on where Nitrogas can pull out here, he might drop down to possibly 10th. Possibly 10th. So Spud, I believe, has pitted. Yes, Spud has pitted here as well. So where's Nitrogas? Nitrogas could be coming out here. Oh, this is going to be close here, because Nitrogas could be coming out of the pit exit here. And he does, look at it, just ahead of Rymac here, but they go 2 wide here before All Rouge. Will Ryan Mac try and make the move? He does. He makes the move. He makes the move into before All Rouge here. But will Nitrogash on the soft tyres here. This will be a manic stuff here. But look at Cryptox loose dropping down to Yoss here, who's middle to 8th place here, Tim.
Yeah, Yoss so far doing a really good job on those medium tires. I'm still just very surprised that he did not take the softs. So Nitrogash is the first driver in line who has taken the softs, but he's 13 seconds behind the leader of Samu Papaito. So I'm not sure that those soft tires, with only about 7 laps to go, are going to be enough to get him up there to the lead. But nonetheless, he might be looking at a top 5 today if he plays his cards right.
Hopefully he plays his cards right here. Hopefully he does. But you never know what to expect back. He could have another safety car. We never know in F1. You just never know in F1. At the moment here, Samu's in first, Charlie's in second, Scott is in third, Ferocious Dan is in fourth, Meglup is in fifth, Rymax is in sixth, Nitrogash is in seventh, Yoss is in eighth, Cryptox is in ninth, Luke Bailey is in 10th, Stevens is in 11th, Simon's in 12th, Spud 13th, and Scope, who I don't believe he can get back into the car. I think he's out of the race as well. So Colesbury, Lozak and Engidan have all had the DNFs earlier on in the racing tonight here as well. But a look at Nitrogas now. She's going to try and make the move here. Rymack here at the bus stop chicane here. They're going side by side here. Will Nitrogas give enough room? Just made the move, and he does that well. Cryptox has gone into the pits now. Cryptox has gone into the pits here, which I'm guessing he'll have to go on the softs here, regardless here. But look at this, Tim. We've got 5 cars from Ferocious down here. We've got 5 car battle here before All Rouge here. This will be absolutely fantastic stuff there. Will Nitrogas try and close in on the 4th and 5th place? Will Rymac join in the party here? But at the moment here, Charlie's dropped down to 3rd. But Meg's made the move on Ferocious Dan. He makes the move up to turn 5 there. That's a brilliant move there. Absolutely brilliant move there from Meg Luppy there. But Scott moves up to 2nd place there. So the 2 Alfa Romeos in car allocation teams. That is still fantastic stuff there from Scott.
Yeah, Alfa Romeo's running 1-2 at the moment with FPL. Charlie still just trying to chase down Scott Bunger and get that position back. Meg Luppy is 5.7 seconds behind him, so he's not going to be in contention for that. But Ferocious Dan is still giving him something to worry about, as Ferocious Dan is only half a second back behind Meg Luppy, and he wants his position back. But Ferocious Dan, he has to worry about someone else. He's got to worry about that bright red Ferrari of Nitrogash with the bright red soft tires on them. With only 1 lap, fresh soft tires, Nitrogash just trying to storm through this field and make up as many positions as he possibly can. Currently running in the 6th position, flirting with the top 5.
Absolutely. So he might, if he can try and play his cards right here, he will get 4th place here if he can try and make the moves here perfectly here. But we come up to the bus stop chicane now. Meg Luppy holding on with the 5 car battle here for 4th place here of the rerun of the round 3 of the Belgian Grand Prix here. So let's see what they can do here. We come up to the turn 1 now. La Source corner. Let's see what happens here. Down the straight here, coming up to Eau Rouge corner. Let's see if Nitrogash can try and make the move. So Spud's got the fastest race now with 147.918 here. But they're trying to hold on at All Rouge. They're trying to hold on here as much as possible here. But we got Yoss trying to close in on on Rymac there. But Ferocious Dan makes the move to 4th place here. Ferocious Dan has made the move to 4th. Will he try and keep it? Oh! Will Nitrogash has just made the move against Meg Luppy there. So he's just done it there as well, so that's a fantastic move there. But Meg Luppy will not give up that position there. But with Ferocious Dan still holding on here for 4th place. This has been a brilliant race so far here, Tim.
That it has, and maybe a little bit of contact between Nitrogash and Meg Luppy when he made the move. And Nitrogash now working on Ferocious Dan, going on the inside. Will he be able to clear him out of this corner? He clears him before he even gets to the... No, he does not, actually. Ferocious Dan fighting back hard on the outside. But Nitrogash will ultimately clear him, and now Ferocious Dan has to worry about Meg Luppy on his inside. But Meg Luppy dropped back, and now it is Yoss and Meg Luppy that is battling it out. Meg Luppy gets a little bit loose out of that corner, but he hangs on to it, but dropping back into 7th, while Yoss gets a little loose out of the corner, but hangs on to it as well.
He hangs on to it as much as possible here. But this has been a brilliant race so far here. Good to Rob Racing. How you doing, mate? Your right says, come on, Cryptox. Icebreaker says we need a safety car. He really wants another safety car here because hopefully we'll try and bring the bunch back up here. But look at this now. I don't know what to say. From 4th place downwards, from 1 Ferrari at 4th to 10th place is O'Steven to join the party. Absolutely brilliant racing here. And you don't know what to say anymore here. But look at this. Rymac could be on at the tail. Meg up here through Eau Rouge here. One nudge, just trying to shot off to try and catch up to the top 3 here. But this could be... Oh my days. Rymac has got a little bit wide there of Eau Rouge there. But will Meg Lumpy try and get past Yoss here. Right, for 6th place here. Well, there's still... Yoss is still holding on here. Yoss is still holding on here at turn 5 there. Still fantastic stuff there. Passing at Melody corner there at turn 7 there. We're coming to Rivage corner at turn 8 now. Let's see what the guys can do here. We've got... I don't know what to say anymore here, Tim.
I don't either. Meg Luckby, though, just trying, or at least he was a little bit ago, to get by Yoss, but now Yoss has put a little bit of a distance between the two, so Yoss can breathe a little bit of a sigh of relief, but has to still be on his toes and be on his game here. Nitro Gash, meanwhile, who made the move up through the field. He's running in 4th, but 6.7 seconds behind FPL Charlie. What you see is probably what you're going to get with him. Ferocious Dan also kind of running alone, but Yoss trying to close in on Ferocious Dan, who's a little over half a second ahead of him.
Yeah, trying to get as much time as possible here, but I would watch out with Charlie here because look at Charles off behind Scott here, coming up to the bus stop chicane now as well. But still, like I said, still watching Ferocious Dan and Yoss here as well because we don't know what to pick here. While like I said, the top 3 drivers are from the F1 League as well, so there's still manic stuff there. But Yoss has got the DRS straight now. Will he go around the outside of turn 1 here? Will he make the move? Or will Ferocious Dan keep that move going here? But Yoss should take it here. Yoss should take it before. Oh no, don't. No. Yoss, no. They're going too wide at Eau Rouge. Oh, brilliant! Absolutely brilliant there from Yoss. But he's going to lose out here off the DRS straight here. Because Ferocious Dan will try and make the move here, but oh my days, Meg Lumpy. No. Will Meg Lumpy make the move here? Meg's made the move! Brilliant move! Absolutely brilliant move there from Meg. They're still battling out here for 5th place here, Tim.
Side by side there for a moment, and now about to be side by side again. Meg Luckby trying to look on the inside of Yoss, but not going to make it happen this time. Yoss starting to pull away, but Meg Luckby giving chase very hard. He's got his sights set on that Toro Rosso, and he wants to get by him, and he wants to get by him yesterday. And he is not going to take no for an answer. He's getting a run on Yoss, but will he be able to make the move? Going on the inside, they are side by side. Will Meg Luckby? There's a little bit of contact, and Meg Luckby will spin. Meg Luckby spins, and he is stopped in the middle of the track. That is going to cause the drivers to go everywhere. Ferocious Dan going through the grass, but hanging on to it. But unfortunately for Meg Luckby, he is out of contention for a good finish today.
Yeah, he tried to make the move there, but did you see what happened there? Because I just got lost from the screen that I got there, Tim.
Just going in there side by side, and they just tried to take up the same bit of track, and you cannot do that. There was just a little bit of contact, and it was enough to send Meg around. Yeah,
just see what happens here as well. But
and just as I say that, sorry, Matt, but Rymac just made a move on Ferocious Dan. He dove it in there. It was almost like Ferocious Dan was trying to go on the outside of Rymac, but then Rymac said, no, that's not going to happen. So now it is O'Steven having to battle it out with Ferocious Dan as they go down into turn 1. Ferocious Dan having to defend on the inside, but O'Steven trying to do the crossover move. Will he be able to make it work as they head toward Eau Rouge? They are side by side going through turns 2, and now they are about to go through Eau Rouge, but O'Steven is now ahead of Ferocious Dan in the 7th position. Ferocious Dan trying to fight back and on the DRS straight. Will he be able to do anything with it? Just trying to use the DRS now as he has it activated and trying to look on the inside. It is side-by-side Racing Point versus Ferrari. Will it be enough for Ferocious Dan to get by O'Steven, or will O'Steven on the soft tires prevail? Ferocious Dan on old mediums. Ferocious Dan 11 laps on those tires, but so far they are doing very well for him. So O'Steven having to settle for looking at the back of the Racing Point for the time being, but as they approach turn 8, will it be a different story? No, it will not. Ferocious Dan looks like he's pulling away.
Yeah, it looks like he's pulling away from O'Steven there, but that was still brilliant racing there from the two drivers there. To go too wide there at from turn 7 there at Malmedy corner and then into Rivage corner as well at turn 8 there. So that's still brilliant job from those two drivers here. So then we go back to the top 3 of Charlie and Scott there, because they were getting closer and closer and then dropped off a bit, and then now they're getting closer again with 310s here. We've up to lap 20 or 22. Where's the race has gone here? We don't know what's happening here. So with Scott and Charlie battling out, his Samu's just completely gone way ahead there of what, 8.5 seconds of a gap now. And Charlie with the DRS straight now should be challenging Scott here for second place here. This is still magnificent stuff here. Let's see if Charlie can try and take Scott here on All Rouge here and up to the Camel Straight here. So let's see what happens here with Charlie's point of view. It's a little bit dropped off there, but let's see what he can try and do here as well at the Camel Straight here. Let's see if he should have the DRS straight now. He should have it, but Scott will have should have the higher ERS mode, I would believe anyway. But Charlie's going to try and make the move here on the inside here. Will Charlie do it? No, he doesn't. They're still going side by side here with second and third place here. Still fantastic stuff there from these two drivers here tonight, Tim.
Yeah, while you're watching that, I'm still watching Steven and Ferocious Dan, but now the battle is actually kind of dissipated. However, another one is formed between Rimac and Ferocious Dan. So Ferocious Dan chasing down that Renault, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough. Rimac just looks like he's really fast at the moment and pulling away from Ferocious Dan as they go through turn 8.
Yeah, trying to go through turn 8 at Rivage corner here as well. But still, we've got, obviously, the battles we've got is Scott and Charlie for second and third place. We've also got Rimac, Ferocious Dan, Steven battle here for sixth place here as well. So that's the only two battles we've got so far in this race here. We're on the penultimate lap as well. So that's still fantastic stuff battle here. Will there be another shock, Tim? Do you reckon there'll be another shock along the way here?
If it's going to happen, it's going to have to happen soon. Lap 21 and 22, Samu Papaito will be taking the white flag very, very soon as he just now crossed the line to start his final lap. Behind him, though, 8.1 seconds is Scott Bunger, who is trying to hold off the Toro Rosso of Charlie. I
swear, these two will be saying they're having a proper battle here, and they're doing it fantastic here as well. Let's have a look at these two battling out for All Rouge again to see if they can try and hold on here. But like I said, Scott's just pushing away from Charlie now. Charlie holding on, just managed to survive at All Rouge here, but with the DRS straight now, he's a bit behind the old Scott here, but hopefully it might be a push here. Now I was going to say a little bit of a push there, but I thought he would have just got a little bit closer, but he does not do it there. But Samu coming passing into Rivage Court into turn 9 now. But still, we're coming up to the final lap here, and it's a lock up there from Charlie there. There's a bit of a lock up there. Fresh stand moves to 6th place. Rimax dropped down to 7th place here. I'm just going to have a look at that. They're going side by side here. They're passing up to Rivage Corner now. And they're trying everything they can. But Ferocious Dan, I don't know who to pick as the driver of the day here, because there's been so many battles galore here, Tim.
I don't know who to pick either. It's been very interesting because each one of these drivers, they've really put a very solid effort in. And, you know, some have put more of an effort than in others and just had better things happen for them. One of them especially being Samu Papaito, who is starting to round the final few corners of this race.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to come up to Samu now. He's coming to the final bit now. He's going to cross the line now, and he has just won the Belgian Grand Prix. Third win on the bounce here as well. So fantastic stuff from him as well. So let's see if Scott does fit. Oh, Scott did have a penalty, but Charlie has moved up to 2nd place now. So that's still fantastic stuff there. But where's Nitrogas? Nitrogas will finish in 4th place. So Samu, Charlie and Scott will be joining us in the podium here in a moment or two there. But well done to the top 3 here. Steven's got a 5-second unserved penalty here. So Jos finishes in 5th place. That's a good race from him. After all the issues that he's had, that is his best finish for a while there, to be fair, Jos. First Stab finishes in 6th. So, Sutton Palmer, who we haven't mentioned much about, Tim, finishes from the back of the grid, moves up to 7th. That's still a good move there as well. but fair play of that. Baz saying I called it. Fair play on that as well. So while we're getting ready for the race classification results as well, can you please make sure you make sure you like the video and like and subscribe to our video as well. That'll be fantastic. But well done to Samu, who's just won the third race on the bounce. And he did just get the extra 2 points from his pole position as well. So we're just waiting for the guys to start up, but we're just waiting for Tim to get the drivers in. And then we'll kick off in a moment or two. This is the race classification for the Belgian Grand Prix. For the Invictus Racing League, the Race Performance League, you've got Samu in 4th place, Charlie's in 2nd, Scott's in 3rd, which we'll be talking to those 3 on the podium here later on tonight. Notragash is in 4th, Yoss is in 5th, Ferocious Dan is in 6th, Simon Palmer's in 7th, O'Stevens in 8th, Luke Bailey's in 9th, Ryan Mack is in 10th, Cryptox on his debut in 11th place, Meg Lumpy in 12th, Spud 13th, Scope, Colesbury, Lozak and Energy Dan are the only ones who've had DNFs or lost, cannot get back into the pits, can't get back to the car as well. I don't think I'm going to get all the penalties. I might be lucky. Yeah, I got lucky there. So that was the race classification of the Belgian Grand Prix for the Invictus League, the Realist Performance League. I'll be talking to hopefully Samu is in, and Charlie and Scott will be joining us as well. So for the guys who are in, can you please allow voice to be shared? It's set to always allow. If you're not sure how to do it, go to the party settings, and there's an option to allow voice to be shared. Make sure it's set to always allow. So while we do that, I'm hoping Samu joins us. Is he in? Yes, I am. Cool, nice one. So what we'll do is we'll talk to Samu first, then and then Charlie, and then Scott for their thoughts of the battle of those two having a proper battle there. So I'd like to hear their thoughts of that race as well. So guys, are you all set, ready to go?
Yep.
Cool. So
yes.
Cool. So we'll be talking to Samu first, then Charlie, and then Scott. Samu, how you doing, mate? You all right?
All right.
All right. You should be ecstatic here because that's surely that's a perfect start, perfect win. Third race of the bounce here. Surely that's a perfect hat trick here.
Yeah, it is. Well, Spa is my favorite track, and I think it might be my best track in the game. So yes, and also the Alfa Romeo really sweet this track because it's like an engine track, so it's good for the Alfa, and yeah, it's going great. 3 wins in a row, and I think let's see if I can keep it up.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you are now the Drivers' Championship leader now. So now, do you feel the pressure now of being as the new Drivers' Championship leader?
No, I think I feel more relaxed now because, well, you are leading, you have a gap behind, and you can take it more easy in the race, and yeah, I think I feel more relaxed.
Feel more relaxed, fair dues. As you said, this is one of your favourite tracks here. Where did that time come from in the qualifying with that 144.1? Where did that come from?
In quali, yeah, it was the perfect lap. I don't know, I just nailed everything and it went perfect. And yeah, nice. As I said, the engine is pretty good here in Spa. So yeah.
Yeah, fair dues, Samu. Like I said, next week will be the Hungarian Grand Prix here. So, do you believe now you've got the rhythm going now to get your 4th win on the bounce here?
Well, I will be in the Williams, and Hungary that doesn't really suit the Williams. But if I can, I don't know, qualify high and keep people behind, because Hungary is a very tough place to pass people. So I might do the strategy and try to, I don't know, just see if there's a safety car or something that may help me. But I really like Hungary. It's a really technical track, and I really like it. So yeah, I'm expecting a good result in Hungary too.
Fair dues, mate. But can I just say congratulations on your third win in the bounce. Well done for tonight at the Belgian Grand Prix. That is just an immense drive from yourself, Samu. So you can stay if you want, or you can shoot off. It's up to you. But thank you very much for joining tonight, Samu.
Thank you.
So next one is I believe Charlie. How you doing, mate? You all right?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Nice one. How did you feel of the race in your point of view tonight?
It was pretty good, to be fair. I mean, I couldn't get more out of that car. It was like Sam said, it's an engine-dependent track, and that Honda isn't great. So yeah, I mean, I tried my best to get Scott back once he came past me, but I just kept running out of straight line speed. So I'm happy with P2 though. I was aware he had a penalty, so I wasn't going to take too many risks. You wasn't take too many risks. Fair dues. You two had a great battle there, and I saw you had some great moves there as well. So what was your best move from your point of view as well tonight? Probably the one on Spud, the nice little switchback. I don't think I had too many overtakes during that race, but I don't know. I can't recall many, to be fair. I think just the one on Spud. It was a nice little switchback in the bus stop. Yeah, absolutely. I think I don't know if I caught that on the stream, but if I did, be legendary status on that point there, Charlie, as well. So with that as well, did you expect to get a podium here tonight, or was you just hoping for the best with the car that you got? Spa is my best track, and I think probably if I'd have bet, maybe the Alpha, I could have maybe took the challenge to Sam, but he was mega quick as well, so I don't know. I doubt I would have taken the win, but yeah, I really like Spa. Like I say, it's my best track, so I was expecting something good. I just wasn't sure where I'd be able to get with the car. Fair dues. And you did exceptionally well, considering with the battle that you had from Scott as well. We've got Hungary next week, so what are your expectations for next week? Yeah, same as Sam. I'm in the Williams next week, so it's probably not going to be the most fun drive ever in that car around there. It's got no downforce, so might have to try something different, like Sam said, with the strategy. Maybe qualify on a softer compound and try and get ahead of people and wait for a safety car, or yeah, you never know. I mean, each race throws up something different, so just got to try and do the best I can, really. Absolutely. So Charlie, well done for finishing second place. You did a brilliant job in the podium here, and I wish you all the very best of luck as well for the remainder of the season as well. Well done, Charlie. Cheers, mate. You can stay if you want, or you can shoot off. It's up to you, but thank you very much for joining tonight. Scott, how you doing, mate? You alright?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. Yourself? Not too bad.
That was an epic race there. In your point of view, it looked like you had a great battle there with, as I said, with Charlie during the race there. But I don't know where that penalty come from, but obviously, bet that cost you dearly to finish second place, surely.
Yeah, I got it. I think about lap 9. I think I lost the car through Eau Rouge in the first lap. Got myself a warning, and then I lost it again on lap. I think it was a lap I come out of the pits on the mediums, and I sort of straight lined Eau Rouge at the end, so that got me the penalty. But yeah, I struggled with the Alpha, to be honest. It was quite understeering. Didn't enjoy it, to be honest. Okay, but it looked like you controlled the car as well. But from that point of view there, as I said, same thing to Charlie. Did you expect to do well here? I know you did well the last time before we had the issue with the Belgian Grand Prix, and you could have had the win here last time. But surely, I thought you would have got that headset to try and win again tonight. I did until the end of qualifying. I think I was 7th, but the Toro Rosso felt so much nicer around here when I was in it before. But no, I sort of picked my way through at the start. I got a good start. I think I got up to 4th at the start, past Meg around the outside into turn 5, and then just sort of paced it from there. Then I got held behind Rimac for quite a few laps, and I thought I'd do the undercut on him. That's when I knew it worked. And then I knew I'm quite quick on the medium, so I thought I could try and chase Charlie down and see if we can make a battle.
And the battle that we saw a few times there, where it looked like Charlie was trying to close in on you, Scott, and then all of a sudden you got ahead of second, but then obviously because of the penalty, he dropped down to third. But surely it's still a great result whatever happens tonight. Surely.
Yeah, no, the championship's still on. I'm quite far behind at the minute, but there's still another second half of the season yet. If I can keep getting podiums, I'm sure we'll be right on it.
Absolutely. So next week is, as I said, is the Hungarian Grand Prix. So will we see Scott get another podium here, or will we see, to see how you get on? What's your thoughts of it?
I'm in the Alpha again, I think. So a few setup changes. Need a bit more front end on the car, but I think we shouldn't be too bad. It's not really a power circuit, to be honest. It's more. There's a few tight, twisty corners there. It's quite flowing, so people that are in the Toro Rosso, etc., will do quite well. But no, as long as I can get a top 5 on the points finish, my aim is now Sam. He had his Weetabix this morning because he was a lot quicker than me, so I've got to do some work.
Absolutely. Probably need double or triple the Weetabix at that point there, Scott. So fair dues. But well done for the podium here tonight. Wish you all the very best of luck throughout the remainder of the season, as always. But well done for tonight at Belgian Grand Prix. Fantastic stuff. You can stay if you want, or you can shoot off. It's up to you. But thank you very much for joining tonight.
Cheers.
Just going to talk to Tim briefly. Thank you to Samu, Charlie, and Scott for their podium questions here tonight. Tim, for the final bits before we stop the stream, what's your thoughts of the race tonight?
Overall, I thought it was a very good race. We saw a very dominant performance from Samu Paito, but that did not mean that it came easy. Scott Bunger, of course, coming there in second, and just a lot of battles there in the back. I feel bad for Scopefielder. I feel bad for the drivers that had the DNFs, but it's just the way that it goes sometimes. But overall, I think that for makeup of Belgium, this is more than what we could have asked for. Absolutely. And Belgium has not disappointed us at all throughout the racing. There was about a 7-car battle at one point. It was just absolutely manic stuff for 4th place and 5th place as well. So either way, it's still a brilliant job from everyone here tonight. So as I said, next week we'll be at the Hungarian Grand Prix for round 7 of the Invictus Racing League, the Realist Performance League. And like I said, I was your commentator for tonight, Malc, with my co-commentator Tim. Thank you to everyone that's watched the stream. For the final time, please make sure you like and subscribe to our channel for all the live races as well. And wish you all a very good night, guys. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.